Hello dear students, welcome back to our channel. So in this video we are going to see the JEE Mains 2023 session 2. So the exam has been conducted on 6th. So 6th April. So it is a session 2. Session 2 it is. So that means evening session. So we are going to see here. So the number of questions as well as the answer keys for it. So basically as you know that it is having 3 parts. So manaku 3 parts lo physics, chemistry and maths. So each part consists of 30 questions, and 30 into 3 is 90 questions. And you need to write 20 questions from each subject, that is for objective. And out of 10, like you have 5 questions to be answered, that is numerical as you said earlier. So total is 300. So as you see, these are the list of questions which we are going to see. So the first question, if you see an object which is starts moving with an initial speed, which is easy question actually. It is with initial velocity and acceleration, and it is traveling along x direction, takes time. You need to find the time to attain 60 meters per second, whose speed is, so it is like v equal to u plus 80. So where you get final velocity is 60 and initial velocity is 10, so you get time is 25 seconds. So option A is correct, or 1 is correct. And the next question, if you see, potential energy of an electron is defined as U is half m omega square x square and follows the Bohr's law, and the radius of orbital as a function of n depends on where you have n square or root of n, or n power 2 by 3, or 1 upon root of n. So as you see, the solution where the potential energy is given half m omega square x square, and where mvr, so in the place of r we are writing x, so mvr equal to nh by 2 pi. So you know that it is mv square upon x equal to m omega square x, or from here, so here x square is proportional to n, and now here get x is root of n, right? And the next one is, if omega is the weight on the surface of the earth, then weight of the same body at height is re power 4 above the surface is equal to, so re is basically radius of the earth. So here if you see, the answer is 16 upon 25. So answer is 2. So you can see the solution also, that is solution is given. So this is what formula, and the solution is 16 by 25 into omega. And you see, a proton is projected with the speed v in a magnetic field of magnitude 1 Tesla. If the angle between the velocity and the magnetic field is 60 degrees as shown in the figure, kinetic energy of the proton is 2 electron volts, and the mass of the proton and the mass of the electron is given. So mass of the proton and the charge of the electron is given. So pitch of the path of the proton is given approximately, that is what this one. So the question is asked, you need to find basically the formula R is mv into sine 60 upon qb, where you get this answer is 6.28. Of course it is little lengthy, so you can just go through It is up to you. That means the answer is 10 power minus 4 is option 2. The second and the next question is fifth question. If you see there is a dipole is given. So if it is displaced angularly by a small angle with respect to the electric field, then the angular frequency of the oscillations is given by so you have a dipole whose length is L and it is under the electric field and they have the masses M and M upon 2. So you need to find the angular frequency. So for this, the solution is here where you get the answer is 1. That is, you can see clearly the solution. And the sixth question is, there is a circuit is given showing the readings of the voltmeter which is used is equal to dash number of volts. So either 3 volts, 1.8, 1.2 or 0 volts. So as you see, the circuit is you have 3 resistance and 2, so it is 3 by 5. So basically you have 3 plus 2 is 5, so and 3 upon 5 is 0.6, 0.6 into 2 is basically 1.2. So answer is 3. And find the ratio of root mean square of speed of oxygen gas molecule to that of hydrogen gas molecule if the temperature of both the gases are same. So you need to find the root mean square speed of the oxygen. So yeah, you know the formula is square root of 3RT by M. So you get answer is 1 upon 4, that is option 1. So you can see the solution is here like this, because which is root of 2 upon 32, that is 1 upon 4. And if you see the 8th question, so in amplitude modulation with carrier frequency and modulant frequency, modulation index is 60%, and AC minus AM is 3 volts, then AC plus AM is how much? So the answer is 12 actually. So it is coming like modulation, like amplitude modulation and the frequency modulations. So if you see, it's mentioned that modulation frequency AM upon the carrier frequency, that is AC, that is how much means 60%, or you can say it is 0.6, and AC plus AM you need to find. This means that it is like AC minus AM upon AC plus AM is the formula. So AC minus AM upon AC plus AM is say 2 upon 8, that is 1 upon 4. You get AC plus AM is 12. So answer is 2. And for two different photosensitive materials having work functions, so there are two work functions. So it is comes under the photoelectric effect. So you need to find there is a if the graph of the stopping potentials versus the frequency is drawn for these two different photosensitive materials, the ratio of the slope of the graphs for these two materials is. So basically the formula is like EV equal to H nu minus work function, or V is H upon E into nu minus phi. So where the slope is basically it is independent of the material. So you have it is the ratio, slope ratio is basically 1:1. The next question is in a given AC circuit, you need to find the maximum current through the capacitor. So for that, you will get the answer is 0.655 amperes. So that is E upon X, or you can say that it is E naught times of omega into C. So as you know, this is 36 into omega is basically like say 125 into 150 into 10 power minus 6. Basically, it's 150 microfarad, right? So the capacitance is given 150. So the next is if you see there is an object which is released from a height h such that the ratio of its speed before striking the ground and after striking the ground is 4 is to 1, and if the loss of the kinetic energy is x upon 4, then the value of x is, so it's a solution you need to do. So you can see the solution like so answer is coming 375. So it is v before upon v after equal to 4 is to 1, and you can take kinetic energy square of them, and you can take again the change in kinetic energy, so it will become 15 upon 16. That is basically 375 on 4. And you have the assertions and reason. When toothpaste is pressed, it follows the Pascal's principle, and when the pressure is applied on a fluid, it distributes constantly through the fluid in all directions and on the wall of the container. So option J is correct, and or is the correct explanation of the A. So assertion and reasons are correct, and so answer 1 is right. And if you see the next assertion is the forward bias PN junction, the diffuse current is from P2 and region, and reason is the diffusion takes place due to the concentration gradient. So yes, here both A and or assertion reasons are true, and R is the correct explanation of it. And the radius of the first orbit in hydrogen atom is A naught, then de Broglie wavelength of the electron in the third orbit is, as you know, lambda is basically h over 1 mv. So where you have this is hydrogen atom, so you need to find it is, the answer is 6 pi times of A naught. You can see the solution here. The answer is 2, and choose the correct, sorry, you need to find the false one, that is incorrect statement. Planets revolve around the sun with constant linear speed, and the energy of the planet is elliptical orbit is constant. Satellite in circular motion has a constant energy. A body falling towards the earth results in negligible displacement of the earth. So you need to find the wrong one. As you say, the planets revolve around the sun in elliptical orbit is basically with a variable speed, right? So it is not a constant speed. So the option 1 is wrong. That means incorrect, and the remaining 3 are correct. The particle moves from A to B via C with uniform speed of 5 meters per second. The average velocity during the journey is equal to, so the average energy you need to find here. The answer is you get 3 into 3 root 3 by 2 meter per second. So you can see the solution where you have 2r into sine 60 is basically root 3r, and average velocity is 3 root 3 upon 2. The temperature of the body drops from 60 to 40 degrees in 7 meter. Surrounding temperature is 10 degrees centigrade. The temperature of the body drops from 40 degrees to 60 degrees in 7 minutes. Find the value of T. So it's basically 60 minus 40 upon 7, that is k into 50 minus 10, where if you do simplification you get it is 28 degrees centigrade. And the 18th question is in a given circuit you need to find the current passing through 20 ohms. So you can get the answer is basically 1.4 amperes. So you can do the simplification, right? So I'm giving here and you can do the simplification. And if you see the next, that is 19th question. So you have the average energy density of electromagnetic wave with electric field amplitude E naught and the magnetic field amplitude B naught is equal to, this is actually the direct question. The answer is half into epsilon naught into E naught square. So it is both electromagnetic. So it is both electric and magnetic, right? So it is EM, energy density, that is half epsilon naught into E naught square. The These are the questions, and the section B, there is numerical questions. So we see one of the question, that is a solid sphere and a ring have equal masses and equal radius of the gyration. If both are rotating about the axis through the center of mass, then the ratio of the radius is root of x upon 2. Find the value of x. So where you have the solution to this is, this is you get r1 upon r2, which is root of 5 by 2. And similarly, there are a few more numericals, and if you see the next, mostly in the chemistry also, if you see, there are certain questions. There is some energy diagram is given, and you need to find the correct statement. PQ represents, P is an intermediate number, and Q is the transition states, and R is the reaction in endothermic, right? And you need to find the correct answer. So like that, if you see, so I'm just scrolling down, you can see here. So which of the following statement is most basic? That is TL2O, that is third question. And the fourth question is which of the following element is not present in necessary reagent? Answer is nitrogen. And which of the following is not obtained on electrolysis of bring solution? That is sodium. And there is a compound which is most acidic, that is option 2. And barium, the beryllium chloride, you have exists in solid state and vapor phase, and high temperature of the order is 1200 Kelvin. In that order is answer is 1. Similarly, if you see the next, that is which of the following has highest hydration energy? That is Be2 plus. And consider the following statements. Yeah, this one answer is 10, and the answer is 1 for the 10th question. And for ninth, if you see IUPAC name of the compound K3 CO C2O4 of 3, which is potassium trioxalotocobaltamate. So cobaltate, sorry. The answer is 2. And similarly, if you see the next is during the detection of lead, the formation of the compound is not used as a confirmatory test. So the answer is 2. Similarly, there are many questions you can just go through, and 12th question and 14th question. So the 14th question answer is 1, and 12th question answer is 3, and 13th question is 2, and there are some numericals. So the maths we'll see in the next video.